Jimmy, how are you?
I'm doing very well, Jerry. How are
How's
you?
the show?
It's been a really exciting show. We've had a lot of good attendance, a lot of
Great.
customers, a lot of interest.
Good. Quick question. What's been the most general feedback that you've heard here at CS Week this year on where the industry is in moving forward in improving customer service?
Without a doubt, it's an easy question. It's multiple channels. The concept of snail mail and phone calls being the primary communication mediums with utilities, it's pretty obvious as we look around the floor and we see the questions that we're getting that they're interested in finding other ways to reach the consumers in the digital era, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, text, tweets. That seems to be the drive. We're seeing a lot of interest. And if you look at our booth right now, there's probably 30 people sitting there wanting to learn how does SAP provide those technologies.
So the old-fashioned snail mail and phone calls don't cut it anymore.
They still work, but you can't rely on just those. You have to be able to reach the customer in the way they want to be reached. And this is the 21st century, and the millennials live on those smartphones.
Just wondering if there's been a consistent feedback from the utility attendees here.
Ever since we started here at CS Week this year, we've had a lot of utilities come to us where it seems there's a big trend right now where utilities are trying to I'm not going to say, I guess, replace their legacy systems with modern systems. And, being around here, seeing all these vendors, they're really looking for people to help advise them. So the utility advisory role has been something that I've seen at this year's CS a lot more than I've seen at last year's CS Week, right? Another thing that I've seen this year is the need for e-services, self-service, both at an IVR as well as a mobile and web platform standpoint.
So customers are looking for new channels, more channels of communication, both ways between the customer and the utilities?
Yes, as well as internally within the utility itself. So e-services is more than just customer facing. They are also trying to find out ways how to improve communication between the CSRs and the field reps, or between the billing department and the finance department. And because their current legacy systems, or even their modern systems, haven't been configured in ways that are allowing a seamless communication stream across the utility organization. And that's a big struggle from what we're hearing from these executives and managers that we're talking to here at CS Week.
Would it be fair to say that we can look forward to seeing you in Phoenix next year with CS Week?
Absolutely, absolutely. And hopefully we'll be speaking again there, same customer but different topic.
Great.
Jerry, I have to tell you, this is the best CS Week that I've ever attended in the 15 years that I've been coming. And I can't tell you anything to improve, but I will tell you the AGA and the EEI is going to be fantastic, and we look forward to going to Phoenix.
Patrick, quick question. This is your first time for the company to be at CS Week. Any impressions or general relations that you could give us on being a first-time exhibitor here at the show?
No, this is actually a really fun conference. I think that the folks here are great. You guys put on a great show, and it's been a nice week.
Great, I love to hear that. Any particular general feedback from the utility attendees here on issues as far as trying to improve and better their customer service to their clients and customers?
Yeah, I think one thing that a lot of the groups are looking for is just the self-service channels and the self-payment channels, things that would be a little more proactive with the customer, reaching out to the customer, whether it be a surprise bill, things of those nature, and just not catching people off guard to make sure that their customers are really treated respectfully and fairly.
CS Week is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona next year. Any possibilities you'll probably be there and have presence at CS Week in Phoenix?
There's no question about it. I love Phoenix. We plan to partner up with some folks and have quite a big presence next year.
Great. Thanks for your time.
Right.
Rob, I know you've been to multiple CS Weeks conferences before. Any particular trends?
Things are growing, obviously, and the whole customer engagement arena is growing significantly. That's certainly our sweet spot at iFactor. I think the reason we keep coming back to this conference again and again is that all of the people here represent so much of the decision makers that we need to connect with, as far as and a variety of other industry experts that are here that just make this the place to be. I mean, I think this is our 6th or 7th year now for CS Week, and each year it gets bigger and better, and we continue to expand our presence here. We've now moved to a 10 by 20 booth, which is working out well, and talking about even going to a larger booth next year. So yeah, it's been it's a great environment for us.
Fair to say we'll see you in Phoenix next year at CS Week.
Well, and that's our corporate headquarters as well, so no doubt, yep, we'll be there, and would recommend anybody that's interested in being a part of this space and the utility industry as a whole, this is the place to be.
What have you find this year as far as trends and things that utility companies are looking to improve upon?
With virtually all of the utilities, they're interested in reaching out more to their customers through a variety of venues, and kiosks, social media. And then the other is the really strong desire to bring analytics into that space as well as from the metering infrastructure. Where it used to be that CIS systems lasted a long time, with the changes to the industry, what we're seeing is it's a shorter lifetime and there's a lot more activity now on all aspects of CIS. And this show has been great this year.
John, you've been around the CIS and utility practice for many, many years. Any particular trends in CS Week this year in Charlotte that you picked up on that utilities are concerned about and wanting to be able to try to respond to the customer needs that are obviously getting higher and higher every year?
Yeah, Jerry. I mean, it's perfectly clear that, the whole consumer experience, the stuff that, you need CIS data, transactional data to present to customers, they're looking for all the possible methods to make it easier to communicate and get their customers to interact with them in a more efficient way and a happier way. They want to make sure their customers get what they need cleanly. So all the technologies around web portals and bill presentment are there, all the mobile stuff with everybody's new smartphones, is certainly a point of interest for all of them. We've gotten some very good conversations, met some people we really wanted to, and I think it's been great.
Fair to say we'll see you in Phoenix next year?
I think it's a shoo-in.
Any general feedback or comments about the utilities and what you're seeing their needs are for this year?
I think there's a lot of interest now in bringing utilities kind of into the age of the cyber age to be like other businesses. Banks and retail offer a lot of online services, customer service options, and utilities have been a little bit slow on the uptake there. So we see a lot of interest I've seen here in kind of bringing utilities up to the standard that we see elsewhere. Just in talking with people around the exhibit floor, I've also talked to a number of folks that are making decisions or trying to make decisions on CIS replacement. So it seems like maybe we've gotten to an end of a life cycle, and I've talked to a number of people who are at the point of making some important decisions on their back-end systems as well. So those are probably the two things that I've seen the most of this year.
Good to see you again. How many CS Weeks have you been to?
You know how old I am then if I tell you.
No, I'm not asking that question. I'm asking how many CS Weeks.
Probably 23, I think. 20.
You may set the record besides myself, huh?
Oh, this will be good. Yeah, I'll show you.
So why do you come to CS Week besides myself?